So in today's video, I'm going to show you how RAM changed my life. My PC used to struggle with After Effects and Premiere Pro because like a few days ago I actually switched to DaVinci Resolve, but that's a different story for different times. My PC used to struggle with After Effects and Premiere Pro because I remember it would crash, like randomly just crash, because the RAM was like all the time, like 90%. Like After Effects and Premiere Pro was using all the time the RAM, so I had to just use one program at a time. Like I had to close like Premiere Pro if I would use, for example, After Effects or something like that. So it would allocate more like resources to like one program, like for example, the RAM. If you do not what is actually RAM, that's like a storage, like how much data you can store in your memory, like real-time memory, and it's gonna store in your CPU and it's gonna like do everything. And like at least there was one benefit to use Premiere. I had to like upgrade more RAM because I couldn't actually use multiple programs at once, because I had to like open like Premiere Pro, After Effects, then Illustrator, then also I sometimes use Photoshop to crop the like remove the background from PNGs or something like that. So that is really useful if you have multiple programs, and it's way faster to, you don't have to like wait for Premiere Pro to open once again and you have to close After Effects. Then you, for example, want to do the dynamic link, so you just press replace with After Effects or something like that, and it would open the After Effects. Then I have to close Premiere Pro because I cannot actually like use After Effects that really well, and it would take me like decades to actually render like preview. So I actually see what I did in the After Effects, so I had to just close Premiere Pro, and it was just pain in the ass. So After Effects just eats RAM for breakfast, as I already said. And as you can see in this picture, like I upgraded RAM and to 32 gigs, and as you can see, man, just obliterates my fucking RAM to like 20 gigabytes. Like imagine you have, for example, in your maybe your PC you have like 8 gigabytes or something like that, but I use 32 gigabytes, right? And it just obliterates my fucking RAM. It just eats, like its favorite meal is like fucking RAM, as you can see. Also it uses like sometimes GPU and CPU, like that's also why my PC was too slow. But so my RAM memory usually gets to 85 to 95%. As you can see, it is 84% out of those 32 gigabytes. But when I used to have like 16 gigabytes of RAM, it will usually also get to 85 to 95. But when it gets to like 95, the rendering, right, in Media Encoder usually crashes, like it stops randomly. Adobe After Effects, when you render the video like dynamic link, it's actually not a pre-rendered like video, like in my new workflow, like in DaVinci Resolve, I have to like re-render. Like in After Effects, I have to just render the video so the playback is smooth and I actually can use it and edit it and render in DaVinci Resolve. So that's a big problem, but sometimes it's like a big benefit because you don't have to like have these logs and you can actually do the sound design and everything. So I couldn't do anything when I was editing, because if, for example, Media Encoder just uses like also like 20 gigabytes of RAM and I had like 16 gigabytes RAM, it was using like pretty much all resources and the PC was bugging down. I couldn't do anything. If I would, it would just crash, and I do not want to happen like that. So my time just suffered because I couldn't do anything on PC while the video was rendering and everything. So I had to like read book or something like that, like figure out something. So I was basically wasting time that time when the video was rendering. So we are actually gonna walk through 2 points so you understand why you should actually buy more RAM. So the first point would be RAM has the biggest ROI. Like, man, you cannot imagine how big ROI is. Like it changed my life, like I already said that. And in 2023, I upgraded to 16 gigabytes RAM. Like by default, my PC, like laptop, had like 8 gigabytes RAM when I was trying to like play video games, and it will perform really bad. So it was really big shambles, to be honest. And literally 1 week ago, I upgraded to 32 gigabytes of RAM. Like it was a game changer, honestly. Like I was researching how much RAM I actually need. Like I thought 32 gigabytes of RAM would be enough. Like I even considered to upgrade to 64. Like it would be good, but it's not the best bang for your buck, like actually. And I researched that 32 gigabytes of RAM is the best bang for your buck. So what I advise you to do is actually spend those $70 to boost your productivity by 24%. Like kinda, because when I because when I was using like 60 gigabytes of RAM, it would just use all the RAM. So when I upgraded to more RAM, it just uses about 75%. So it basically uses more 8 gigabytes of RAM. So it is really good. So basically improves my performance like by like 24%, like kind of. But the main point that I'm actually making is that you don't need to buy that fancy $2,000 PC to actually edit videos. Like you just spend like those $70 and you just upgrade to like 32 gigabytes RAM. Like make sure if your like CPU and motherboard actually supports more than 32 gigabytes of RAM, because my mom's PC just supports like 16 gigabytes of RAM. So that kind of sucks, but oh well. So we can say that you're coping if you're saying like, oh, I can actually not like edit videos because my PC is too shit. But of course it'll be really shit because you don't want to spend those $70, but you dream of like some dream PC that has like 128 gigabytes of RAM and has the best graphics card and the CPU or something like that. So currently you're just daydreaming. So why not you just save up like $70? Just ask your client if he could pay for the RAM, like those $70, and he would probably say sure. Well, if it's like a 10 out of 10 client, like my client. And so when you will upgrade the RAM, you will drastically notice the difference like day and night. Like at least you can use multiple applications at the same time. So it's like a big benefit already. So the second point is that you can also multitask. So multitask is bad in general, but so what I mean by multitasking in that sense, your PC just renders the video and you can also use the PC already. If I would use my PC, the render would just crash. Like quite honestly, it would just crash because I just opened some random browser, checked some Discord message or something like that on my PC, and it just would fail like some random error because the RAM was too like high, like it was using too much RAM and would just crash. And Windows just decides to actually like close the program because like, or just stop the like rendering process because it would just crash. The PC would crash and would have like more problems, but oh well. So more RAM equals more opportunities. Like quite literally, when you just like imagine yourself like rendering video and you have like gazillion opportunities you can do with your PC. Like quite literally, you can do anything. Like for example, you can actually edit the next video. For example, you just open like media coder, like you render video, or I actually use DaVinci Resolve, so I cannot do that. So what I would do, just use the browser warn, or just listen to some Andrew Huberman podcast or something like that, just research or make a new video or something like that. So it just opens more doors for more opportunities. So we just walked through 2 points that I want to mention. And after watching this video, I hope you consider buying more RAM, like at least those 8 gigabytes of RAM, like upgrading from 8 to 16 gigabytes RAM, and it will be still game changing for you. If you gained any value from this video, so make sure to subscribe because I'm gonna make more videos like these. And thank you for watching this video and see you later. Peace.